everything we do. It's time, baby. Wash your hands. I know a bunch of people are like, what the hell is he doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. Judging by the picture behind me, some of y'all should already know what time it is. Y'all should already know. Let's go a little bit live, a little bit early in 3, 2, 1. It is 7:58 Eastern Standard Time, 6:58 Central. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the sound of coffee. Yep, that's right. That's it. Hi, Tiki Talk people. Good morning. Glad to see you. How you mom doing? How dad doing? How you doing? How you doing? To my fans, followers, and people who like this radio show all over the great old US of A, it is time for the Sound of Coffee on GCPR. My name is Thomas Bishop, and I like coffee. I damn sure do, buddy. Yeah. Coffee's my jam. I'm jamming on the coffee. So, first and foremost, hello to Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Hello to my YouTube fans. Hello to my Instagram fans. Hello to the TikTok folk. Hey, how you doing? How you mom doing? Hey, doing? That's right. Normally I tell you what type of coffee I'm drinking, but I'm going to start doing something a little bit different. That's right. Let me tell you what kind of creamer I got rather than the coffee. Because, coffee is coffee. Unless it's laced with cocaine, it's coffee. It doesn't really matter what kind of coffee it is, but I'm going to tell you something. This morning I have a caramel creamer. Because I'm just a special kind of guy. That's what I do. Oh my God. Yep, that's right. I am having me some caramel creamer. This show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com and check out the newest, hottest, freshest smell on these candle streets. And I didn't know, man, these candle streets is deep. I did not know, man. I did not know. These candle streets is deep. Deep. The newest, hottest, freshest candle scent on these candle streets is called Villainous. It's inspired by yours truly, Thomas the Villain Bishop. I winked because I can. Glitterwix.com. Tell London I sent you. So, that damn Kamala Harris, buddy. That damn Kamala Harris. She was down in Atlanta last night, ladies and gentlemen, and she did herself a little bit of a fundraiser. Raising funds. Yeah. She was out here. What is this? How is my live on TikTok age restricted? I have not used one cuss word yet. It's a morning show, Tiki Talks. I don't use profanity in the morning. What are you talking about? But anyway, Vice President Harris had herself a rally last night down in good old ATL, shawty, which also featured Meg Thee Stallion. And before I go any further talking about this, I need people to put some respect on Meg Thee Stallion's name. I need that time meow. I do. A lot of people seem to see Meg Thee Stallion's dimensions and think, okay, well, all she is like a video vixen that learned how to rap. They see her, listen to her music, and they think, okay, she's a thought, this, that, and the third, whatever. Meg Thee Stallion is a college graduate. She has a bachelor's degree. Okay? Meg Thee Stallion has a bachelor's degree. That is more than some of the people who talk shit about Meg Thee Stallion. So, first, above everything else, I need y'all to put some respect on that woman's name. Okay? Yes, she makes some fire-ass hip hop music. Fire. Fire. I every once in a while, I will recite some of the lines from Hiss in my head because there was fire. She spit hot fire. But she is also a highly intelligent black woman with a college degree who handles her own business. Okay? She is everything we keep trying to tell women in general and black women in particular to be themselves, authentically handle their own business. So I need y'all to start putting some more respect on Meg Thee Stallion's name. But that's beside the point. So Meg Thee Stallion came out for Vice President Harris. And I'm sorry, that stadium was full. Y'all mean? There was a lot of people in there. And they was rocking. Rocking. Do you hear me? Rocking. Which means that the excitement level for Vice President Harris is literally through the damn roof. And this is only week 2. I need people to understand. This is not a month in. This is the second week. The second week. Morning, bruv. Morning, bruv. This is the second week of this woman being the presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party. Morning, George. George over there on the YouTube chat. Like, I really need y'all to understand that this is the second week. She raised over $200 million. $200 million last week. And the Trump campaign and right-wingers do not know what the actual F to do with themselves. This is the second week. And if you saw the videos that I saw, that stadium at ATL was, I'm serious. Them people, I know people have been to concerts, okay? And you know how at a certain time in a concert, unless you're at like one of the really, really heavy metal, death metal concerts where they don't tell you to wave your hands. When the person tells you to wave their hands, when you see people waving their hands, it looks like a sea of people doing this. For all of you wrestling fans, think of it this way. When Jey Uso came out in France this past summer, or this past couple of months ago, and he was doing the yeet, and everybody was yeeting, the whole arena was yeeting, yeet, yeet, yeet. When they was all doing that, and everybody, that's what ATL looked like last night. Them people was moving left and right. I mean, it was like a sea of people. There was a woman on the PA was like, "Come on, ATL, you know how we do." I'm like, we do know how we do. That level of excitement is literally proof positive that this thing ain't over. This thing ain't over yet. There is no coronation of Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man, the magical melting man of Mar-a-Lago. It ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. Some of y'all need to pump your brakes when it comes to, oh, well, Donald Trump's going to be president. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. So it's not, the optics aren't looking good right there. You know what I mean? And in response, the right-wingers have lost their damn minds. You know, when Tomi Lahren is the voice of reason, you done goofed. She was on Fox News last night telling the right-wingers exactly what they need to hear. The misogyny jokes aren't working. They're only making you look bad. And independent white women, okay, let's just get this understood. It's white women. Independent women are looking at this and seeing all the misogyny coming out from one side and the excitement coming out from the other, and guess where they're going? They're like, I ain't gotta be here with this. I ain't gotta be here with this. Like, yeah, exact. Thank you, Angry over in the YouTube chat. Diaper D is running scared, and they all are. They all are, because you got to remember, these people were hell-bent and prepared to run against Joe Biden. They were. They were hell-bent and prepared to run against Joe Biden. The Sleepy Joe sniffing kids thing was about to come out in full MFing of physics. You know what I mean? And then Joe Biden, seeing this, was like, so y'all ready for me, huh? But you ain't ready for her. Oh! And then here comes Vice President Harris, like Wonder Woman. Dun, 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 dun. And now you get where we are right now. Again, this is only week 2. And it's like, it's not even all of week 2, because you got to remember, it was what, last Saturday or Sunday? It was Saturday. That Joe Biden decided not to seek re-election. By Sunday, he's putting all of his backing, him being the sitting president of the United States, behind his vice president. He is saying, in essence, I'm not going to run, but I believe in Vice President Harris so much that I am backing her. Well, the Democrats, all of them look like all of the Titans at the end of King of the Monsters. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Biden steps down. Here comes Vice President Harris. And they all are like, oh, snap. Here comes the bending of you remember when Rodan tried it? For those of you who have not seen King of the Monsters, which happens to be one of my favorite Godzilla films, especially that ending, Godzilla eats Ghidorah. Spoiler alert. And all the other Titans show up, and Godzilla has this look on his face like, oh, we running the fade? Is that what we doing? We running the fade? We running the fade? So you have Methuselah and Behemoth and Cilia and Muto Prime. They're all like surrounding it. Rodan lands is like, what's up? Like, Rodan's ready to challenge for the title. Godzilla looked at him and like, if you don't sit your monkey ass down, I don't even like you. My girl got killed because you partner. Rodan like kind of understood that, yeah, I mean. Rodan's like, my bad, dog. And then Godzilla look around like, is there anybody else that want this fade? Did y'all just see what I did to this? Did you look? Anybody else want it? Anybody else want this work? Who want this work? And they all started going, nah, dog, we good. And they started bowing. And at the end of it, Godzilla stood on basically what amounts to, you know, the rubble that is Boston, Massachusetts. And he goes, yeah! That's what the Democrats did the moment Vice President Harris had the backing of the president, the sitting president of the United States. They was all like, yeah, let me go ahead and down. So now, that was Sunday of last week. And from Monday until today, Vice President Harris has been on one. Donald Trump is Drake. There, I said it. All right? For all of you hip-hop fans, let's go ahead and use the parlance of hip-hop beef. Okay? So, Donald Trump got lucky with, Joe Biden failing at the debate. It wasn't like he won. It was just that Joe Biden lost. Well, he looked bad in that debate. I won't even say lost. Exactly. Angry over in the YouTube chat. Godzilla said, acknowledge me. heightens acknowledgement. Anywho, so Donald Trump was a Drake to Joe Biden's Meek Mill. Okay. He didn't actually win as much as Joe Biden didn't look good. Okay. So, Donald Trump got a little bit of swagger on some Drake stuff, right? Yeah, Drake stuff. And then President Biden said, I'm good. And here comes his vice president, right? Hold on. Did she really say that? Say it to my face? Oh! See, I need y'all, everybody that was talking mad shit about Gen Xers. Vice President Harris is a Gen Xer. Yeah, kids. She is. Born in Oakland, California. Right? Yeah, I mean? So, guess what? I really want y'all to understand that. When she says stuff like, say it to my face, that's Gen X there, baby. That's how Gen X used to get down. And I heard you talk shit. Say it to my face. Say it to my face, dog. Yes, Letitia over in the YouTube chat. Yes. Old East Coast, West Coast beat back in the day. But Donald Trump thought he had an easy way to victory. The Heritage Foundation and Kevin Roberts thought, oh, well, this is in the bag. This is in the bag. This is in the bag. Because Joe Biden looks beatable. But Vice President Harris don't. Y'all got to listen. And this is why right now there are a lot of women in marginalized communities that have like bombastic side eye for their white sisterin. Okay? There are white women amongst white women that have bombastic side eye for other white women. Because they're the key to this. In 2016, a lot of white women said, nah, I just can't do Hillary Clinton. My wife ain't like Hillary Clinton. I'm not even gonna try to front. My wife is, well, she doesn't call herself a white woman anymore. She calls herself an Amazon. But my wife was like, I'm not feeling her, but I gotta vote for her because I don't like Trump. Right? You know what I mean? So a lot of white women's like, nah, we good. I'm not gonna vote for Hillary Clinton. I'm gonna vote for this, grab him by the meow guy over here, right? 2020 comes around. I'm only talking about presidential elections. I ain't even talking about midterms or anything like that. I'm talking about presidential elections. 2020 comes around. Everybody's like, okay, you've had 4 years of this. Other white women are looking at other white women like bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. And they're going, are you going to do it again? And a lot of them did. Well, this time you ain't got no excuse, man. This time you ain't got no excuse. Yeah, please send me that clip. Please send me that clip. When now this man is a detriment to women's rights. Think of a woman's right, Donald Trump is a detriment to it. Want me to lie? Do you want me to lie? No. And he is backed by a group that is a detriment to women's rights. Do you understand the Heritage Foundation saw The Handmaid's Tale as an instructional show and an instructional book? Oh, this is exactly how they should do it. Do you understand Project 2025 basically says, hey, white women, lay down and have some more of these white babies. We ain't have enough more of these white babies. They don't give a damn about black, brown, native, and indigenous, or Asian, or Jewish women. They don't care if they have kids or not. But white women, white European women, y'all need to, listen, y'all need to start pumping out more of these white babies. They need you to pump out these children, okay? They need it. They need it. They need you to pump out more of these white kids, okay? And the problem is, well, some of y'all don't want to. These people are not giving you a choice. They're not. They're not giving you a choice. Put it this way. If you were still on the Trump train, he's the chosen one, but you still have some semblance of sense about your damn self, ask yourself this question. If you said you wanted to have a child, you're going to do whatever you got to do to have that child, whether it's with your husband, IVF, or what have you, right? Sperm bank, whatever. But if you don't want a child and somebody says your ass gonna have a child, you're going to be really, really upset about that. And it ain't Donald Trump. It's the shadowy shit behind him you need to be worried about. Because if you have read any part or most of the family parts of Project 2025, you will know they want your ass pregnant. Because the great replacement theory and the birth dearth scares the ever-loving crap out of them. They cannot imagine a world where they are the minority to people that look as beautiful as I do. They ain't trying to have it. They ain't trying to have it. They want y'all ass out here pumping out these white babies. Big towhead boys. Because girls, they just, it's like, oh crap. Another one. Gotta go do something with it. Boys, they want more than white baby boys. Because them white baby boys will then hook up with these little white baby girls and have, guess what? More white babies. Don't look at Trump, white women. Don't. Look at the person behind, look at the people behind him. Look at the people behind Donald Trump. You know, when he's on stage, there's a shadow behind him. That's what you need to be afraid of. Because inside of that shadow is the Heritage Foundation. There's ALEC. There's the NRA. There is the Chamber of Commerce. These people want you pregnant and at home having them babies. That is a scary prospect. So a lot of you are looking going, well, I didn't see any of that. I just see his economic policies. Let me tell you something about them economic policies. They ain't gonna matter to your ass if your ass at home making them white babies. You understand? These people talk about bringing back the traditional nuclear family. These people want 1950 style BS. They do. They want 1950 style BS. But what they don't want is the tax rate for 1950 style BS. Because Eisenhower had rich folks at 91% paying tax. Bruh, what did you make? 100 million, 91% of that, bruh. You be all right. They don't want that. No, we don't want that. Oh my God. But they want your ass at home making pot roasted martinis and getting punched in your damn face if the pot roast sucks or the martini isn't dry. And they want you to have more than white babies. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So I need you to really look at the presidency of Vice President Harris. And I need you to look at it not from the standpoint of what people tell you is the economic policy of Donald Trump, but what realistically could possibly happen to you under a second Trump term. It ain't Trump. Trump is let me say this one more again. Donald Trump is a tuna fish sandwich left on the dashboard, the cracked maroon dashboard of a 76 Lincoln Continental that has been sitting in the junkyard for 15 years. And that sandwich has been there that entire time. Take that sandwich out, put it in an oversized suit with some ties longer than rope. Have it lean forward and then give it the Republican nomination for president of the United States. That is Donald Trump. He's a damn tuna fish sandwich on the cracked maroon dashboard of a 76 Lincoln Continental that has been in a junkyard for 15 years. Then they took it out, put it in a suit, gave it some pointy shoes with lifts, and then put it on the damn RNC stage as the Republican nominee for president of the United States. He's an idiot. He's a tightest. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never. Shout out to Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate. One of my favorite movies. It did help me on my road to being an atheist. But anywho, it ain't Donald Trump that should bother you. It's the people behind that mofo. It is the people behind him that should scare the shit out of you. So you really, white women, look at me. Look at me. Come on, white women, come in. Don't screw this up. Do not screw this up. Because if you do, it will not be you. It will not be just you that suffers. If you are a white woman with daughters, they will suffer under this. I'm going to say this one more again. The Heritage Foundation got the book, The Handmaid's Tale, right? They watched all of the seasons of The Handmaid's Tale with Elizabeth Moss, who, great actress. I did not realize she was a Scientologist. It's whatever. But they watched all the seasons of The Handmaid's Tale. And they said, you know, this is a really great instructional book. This is a fantastic instructional series of videos. They want that for you. Black women die in childbirth 4 times more than white women. Project 2025 don't give a fuck. There is something called missing and murdered indigenous women. A thing that has been going on for decades. And Native and indigenous women have been trying to get attention on this. Project 2025 don't give a fuck. Latino and Spanish-speaking women are talking about the abuse that they suffer at the hands of some of these jobs. You know, being asked or accused of being undocumented. So their employers abuse them, make them work longer hours. There's sexual abuse and things of that nature. And they've been talking about this for 5 to 10 years now. Project 2025 don't give a fuck. The only thing Project 2025 gives a damn about is you white women. And you are only the vessel to bring forth the whitest white baby. Your ass is a white incubator. I'm serious. That's what you are. You're a white incubator. Because they are going to make damn sure they're not replaced by black, brown, and native and indigenous people. They want more than white babies. And right now, you have an opportunity to look Donald Trump, JD, I bang out the couch Vance, the Republican Party, Fox News, Newsmax, One American News Network, the Heritage Foundation, Kevin Roberts, and the bastards on the Supreme Court. You have a chance to look them in the face and go, nah, we good. We good. No. Absolutely the F not. No. So Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris, Kamala Harris, excuse me, is down in Atlanta just rocking the place. She is raising money. She is fighting for women's rights above everything because, duh, she's a woman. She's got famous women along with her. Do you really want to be the one white woman that says, nah, I can't vote for her because she's a woman, and then give your future generations to groups like the Heritage Foundation? Is that what you want? Is that what you were striving for? Because if so, your priorities is messed up. Your priorities are effed to the max. You know what I mean? Don't vote with your husband. Don't vote for the babies because abortion is a murder. Vote for your future. If you got a daughter running around in that damn house, you need to vote for her. You need to vote for her because your monkey ass might be gone after all of this really starts getting down. But you don't want that for your kid. I'm not saying you need to, oh man, I'm whatever. No, what I'm saying is this, and I've said this before, I am a one-issue voter. I am voting against Project 2025. And whatever avatar I have to use to vote against Project 2025, I'm going to do it. Right now, the avatar seems to be the sitting vice president of the United States. So guess what? I'm just saying. It is 30 after the hour. Well, no, it's like 29 after the hour. This is The Sound of Coffee on GCPR. I'm streaming in a bunch of places. I'm also streaming on the TikToks. What happening? So the Paris Olympics started. And they had an opening ceremony. I mean, okay. There was a group called Gojira that played a song that was playing during the French Revolution. Pretty sure that put the French tight in the draws. Now, mind you, this is the same France that just a few weeks ago rejected the far-right bent of one Marie Le Pen and her far-right, damn near French nationalist political party. The French saw that there was a possibility that people like Marie Le Pen would be in charge. And the far leftists in France said, nah. And they voted in overwhelming numbers and got that woman up out of there. Which, by the way, hey, Marie, if you're listening, I don't know how old you are. I really don't. I have no idea. You might be the same age as me. But you are aging like a banana covered in milk in the sun. That hatred that you hold in your heart is aging the dog shit out of you. It is. I have seen countless pictures of you since I was made aware of you coming on through the political scene many, many moons ago. And right now, I'm telling you, with everything in me, you need to let that hate go. You look 3 times older than me, and I'm pretty sure we're close to the same age. Marie, let the hate go. You have children. Your kids love you. Why don't you stop trying to be a nationalistic asshole and just go love your kids? Love other French people, including the black ones. Just love life, Marie. Because at this rate, you keep up with this hate, you're gonna end up looking like Betty Davis. Like next year, you're gonna end up looking like Betty Davis. Right now, like what Betty Davis looks like at this very moment. The time that she's dead, I rest my case. Anywho, what boy? Can I have some apple juice? Yes, you can have some apple juice. Like nobody respects the fact that I do this show anymore. It's weird. Like, come here and give me questions. But anyway, so in the midst of the celebration, evangelical Christian conservatives got mad. Got so mad, because there was a recreation of a picture, Dionysus, that featured all drag performers. And you would have thought these drag performers all were holding Bibles, taking large, massive poops on them, with the way the backlash happened. Only to find out And ladies and gentlemen, we need to be very serious about this. These people thought that the drag performers were doing the Last Supper. What? What? Like, I'm gonna hit this in two ways. Stay with me. Drink your coffee now because some of this might actually be funny and I don't want you spitting it all over your screens and stuff. All right. So let me hit it the first way. It was actually a picture of something with Dionysus. I don't study Greek mythology and stuff, so I don't know. But when I did look at the picture and what the drag performers had actually looked like, it looked exactly like that picture. Okay, so a lot of these evangelical Christian conservatives who got their sphincter so tight that if you put coal in their mouth, by the time it comes out of their booty hole, it'll be a diamond. These people do not know Greek mythology. They keep acting as though Christianity showed up and nothing else was there. On day one, God said Christianity. On day two, everybody else boycotted. Like, what? So if they had studied Greek mythology, they would know this. Right? So that's the first way I'm going to approach. Here's the second way. And if I those of you who watch my TikToks, and I hope you do, you would know I've already spoke about this, but y'all getting these jokes this morning. It's Wednesday morning. Y'all getting these jokes. So for those who thought that the drag performers in Paris were mocking the Last Supper, I have to inform you of something. This is going to hurt your face. This is going to hurt your feelings. You do realize that the Last Supper was painted by a guy, right? Was it Michelangelo? It was Michelangelo. Michelangelo painted the Last Supper. Michelangelo was not present at the Last Supper. This is not a live portrait, okay? I understand. We live in a time where you can take a screenshot on your phone, okay? You press two buttons on the side, boom, you got yourself a screenshot. The Last Supper painting was not a screenshot. It wasn't like Michelangelo said, hey, what's going on in there? Oh, it's a dinner. Dinner for who? Jesus. Oh, for real? You think they might want a picture? Well, I don't know. You can go in and ask. Hey, Jesus, my name is Michelangelo. Do you mind if I screenshot this for posterity? Sure. Go right ahead. It didn't happen that way. It was Da Vinci. My bad. See, it was Da Vinci. I knew it was one of them two. Michelangelo, Da Vinci. Joke's still the same. It wasn't like Da Vinci walked in and said, all right, everybody say cheese. It's a painting. Paint. And it happened 1,000 years. 1,000, that's a millennia. A millennia past the time that Jesus and his friends went to Arthur Treacher's for fish and chips. Okay? This hurts y'all feelings. I know. I don't care. Y'all got big mad. Rob Schneider, whose career, it just shouldn't exist. I'm going to say it. Rob Schneider knows damn well. He gets up every single solitary morning and realizes he is a DEI hire. Right? Y'all want to talk about a DEI hire? Rob Schneider is a DEI hire. That man has no talent. Do you know why Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo was funny? Because of the name. It wasn't like Rob Schneider gave this powerhouse performance as this geeky man slinging penis. It was the name. It was the name. Deuce Bigalow, male gigolo is hilarious. That's hilarious. That means somebody sat down and said, all right, we want to make a movie where a schmuck becomes the guy that slings penis. Really? What are we going to call it? I don't know. I was going to ask you. Well, hold on. I got to go take a deuce. Oh! That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Taking a deuce. And there, how you ended up with the name Deuce Bigalow, male gigolo. It should have just been called Shit Gigolo, Shit Bigalow, male gigolo. Rob Schneider is a DEI hire. That man has the talent of a broken coffee cup. But he got in his feelings. I can't believe that they mocked my Lord when they recreated the picture of the Last Supper. As if the Last Supper was on video or something. As if Jesus would not come into a room to have fish and chips until somebody set up the tripod and the camera. Who paid? Christians are stupid. Do y'all understand? The Last Supper is not a live video. There is no behind the scenes to the Last Supper. Everyone had a good lunch. It did. So exactly, how are you mocking a picture of something that is described in a book? What is that? Y'all are mad that y'all thought a bunch of drag performers were mocking and mimicking a picture, not a live screen grab, not a panoramic picture. Judas, could you move a little bit over to the right? Because we can't see you. Judas, we're trying to set. Judas, hey, Peter, tell Judas to move over to the right, please. We can't see him in the picture. How are we gonna take the photo if Judas is all the way over on the left picking boogers? What are we doing right now? What are we doing? Mark, where's Mark? Mark, the lighting in the back is just horrible. Like how Jesus' face is in shadow. Like what? We need better light. All right, can we get like a Klieg light over here, but have them kind of point back this way. That way they're shining, please. Can we? Thank you. Judas, move to the right, man. Judas, move over. All right, everybody, nobody move. All right, on 3, say Christ. 1, 2, 3. Christ. Do y'all see how stupid that sounds? That was the dumbest skit I will ever do on this show. The dumbest skit I will ever do on the show. That one. Actually, no. The show's only been in existence for a month. Give it time. I'm pretty sure I can find something dumber. But this is how these people are acting. They're acting like there is a snapshot. Look at this photograph. Every time Judas moves to the left, like it is a painting, people. So, and here's the other thing. I have seen a recreation of The Last Supper using the characters from The Sopranos. I have. It happens to be one of my favorite photos of the show. It is. Tony Soprano's in the middle as Jesus. You know, David Chase is off to the right, I think. No, he's off to the left. Excuse me. It happens to be one of my favorite photos of The Sopranos. If I could ever get a poster of it, I will have it. Right? I noticed Rob Schneider wasn't all in his feelings then. Shit gigolo male, shit gigolo, bigelow male gigolo. Kirk Cameron's punk ass sister, who also came out as a pod person, she's all, it mocked my Lord and Savior and my faith. How did it mock your faith when the picture isn't real? It's made out of ink and or oil and canvas. And the heck? If you really here, I'm gonna help y'all out with something. I'll help y'all out. You ready? You ready? There are no white people in the Bible. Oh! There are no white people in the Bible. Hold on, this is my there's no white people in the Bible dance. There is no white people in the Bible. Jesus Christ does not look like late stage Kenny Loggins. I'm all right, but my name ain't Jesus. Like, boom. There is no white people in the Bible. Sorry. I know it bothers you. I don't care. So, since you want to talk about something mocking your faith, here's another one. You ready for it? Brace yourself. Brace yourself. How the hell do you live in a country in the Middle East or parts of the Middle East with the Muslims and Israeli Jews people that are there, and you come up with names like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? I have nephews. Named Umar, Jihad, Mujahideen. Well, not Mujahideen, he's man, but Muslim. They were all born in Kansas City, but they are Muslims. You gonna tell me in that part of the land with Muslims and Jews, somebody looked at their child. I hold in my hand my baby, my boy, who I love dearly, who I've done all of the tenets of my faith to. And I need to come up with a name for him. I cannot go with Ishmael. I cannot go with Ahmed. I will go with Mark. Oh, how? There are no white people in the Bible, and I have never met a Muslim man named Mark. Never met a Jewish man named Mark. Mark? Oh. I mean, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me, man. Don't. So y'all over here getting mad at the wrong damn thing. How you upset that, oh my God, they mocked a picture of something that's in the book. But you're not mad at the stuff in the book that don't make no damn sense. 2 of every animal on a boat. Now y'all just miraculously started walking there. Hi, polar bears in this cold tundra. I want you to walk to Africa and get on a boat And then I want you to get on that boat with sea lions. You know, the thing you eat. Don't worry about it. Noah's going to handle it. Noah. Why? Is his name. Noah. Y'all want to go there? Let's go there. The entire premise of the book is contradiction on top of contradiction. But oh Lord, Da Vinci painted a picture, and we think some drag performers might be mocking that picture. So if the drag performers all gathered together like Voltron and created a living, breathing version of Mona Lisa, would any of you had a problem? That offended my Mona Lisa faith. Mona Lisa, as a Mona Lisian, it offended me as a Mona Lisian. There's no white people in the Bible. Like, seriously. There's a hell of a lot more things to get offended by. A hell of a lot more things. Like the fact that Norway has a damn volleyball player who was, you know what? He was convicted of a crime against a 12-year-old girl. And he is playing in the Olympics. Nobody gonna be offended by that though, right? Why? For real? What? Like, over the TikTok chat said, oh my God, I hope this is recorded because I need this every morning. I try, Lord. I try. But like, seriously, hold on. I believe it states in the book, this is Howard over in the YouTube chat. I believe it states in the book to love your neighbor and to not judge. Strange how they skip over that. Of course, because that's more that inconvenient work. Jesus is up here going, hey, I want you to love your God with all your heart. Absolutely, Jesus. Okay, stop being so damn enthusiastic. I also want you to love your neighbor as you love yourself. But my neighbor plants petunias and I like roses. Did you just hear what I just said? I said love your neighbor as you love yourself. But my neighbor barbecues. And the smoke always gets in my eyes. Hey, what part of love your damn neighbor as you love yourself did you miss? Came out of my mouth. Do as I command. Do I have to? Brought to you by Kenny Loggins Jesus. Kenny Loggins Jesus. Because the idea of a Jesus that looks like Idris Elba scares you. Oh, oh, what? Oh, like, come on. Out here, just stop. I need y'all to quit. For the love of Pete, nobody in America is arresting Christians for being Christians. We're not persecuting you. Nobody's kicking you out of anything. There's plenty of space at the end for you. Nobody's trying to kick you out. It's you. Y'all won't leave us the hell alone. I am an avowed atheist. I enjoy sex and sometimes cigarettes. Well, not cigarettes, vaping. Okay? I live my life by the tenets of my own humanity. Meaning, if you don't start none, there won't be none. I try to care about the sick, the elderly, the young. I give a damn about people regardless of religious backgrounds, regardless of race, creed, color, national origin, sexual orientation. I don't give a damn who you go to bed with. I don't give a damn who you wake up with, because some of y'all do that. Don't act like I don't know. Go to bed with one person and wake up with another one. And they got. I don't care. I try to be a good human being because that is what I am supposed to do. It is the charge that I have been given in my own heart to be a good human being and leave a world that is better than the one that I found. What I am not is a person who walks around murking Christians. You know why? Because that's not happening. Y'all are the majority of the people in this country. The biggest religious denomination in America is some version of Christianity. Would y'all please stop trying to act like y'all ass is the victims of something? There are more crosses in this country than anything. Y'all still out here going, oh my God, I'm so persecuted. No, you're not. Same thing with white. This is like white people talking about the racism that they have to face. So you got the white version of Mahalia Jackson singing in the background while y'all talk about all of the problems that you have as a white person. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Because, you know, they're going to use all the syllables. They're going to use every single syllable. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you what happened to me. I, as a Caucasian white man, I went to Walmart. And I tried to go and buy myself some snacks. And I was walking past this black person. And I asked them, where's the snack aisle? And they said, it's over there by the crackers. I was offended. He called me a cracker. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Are you out of your damn mind? You don't stop. For the love of Pete, stop. Damn. Ain't nobody coming for y'all. Y'all out here fighting battles and ain't nobody fighting with you. You out here shadowboxing by your damn self. I've got to fight racism against white people. Ain't nobody said shit to you. I've got to fight against the persecution of Christians. How, Sway? How? Who's going to do it? Who's persecuting you? Us atheists would like for you to leave us the hell alone. I want to sit on my ass on Sunday and eat pork rinds while watching, I don't know, reruns of Justice League Unlimited. I don't want to go to, I live around the corner from a damn church, man. I live literally around the corner from a church. I don't mess with them. They don't mess with me. Every single time, Christians is always looking for something to be offended by. But then y'all will put out music like The Chosen One, which is talking about Donald Trump. What? How? Because I'm not even going to go there, but I really could. I could, but I won't, because this is a family-friendly show. But anywho, please stop. I need y'all to quit. I need you all to stop. If you are a Christian, try to be a good one. And by good, I mean leave other people the F alone unless you're coming there to tell them, hey, I love you because Jesus told me to. Stop getting mad at a painting or a recreation of what you think a painting is. Y'all do sound like Kendrick Lamar. You were signed to a negative, signed to negative, signed to it said you was signed to that. Yeah. You mad at a recreation of a painting of something that you don't even know happened. It's in a book. Oh, oh, oh. The hell is wrong with y'all? Spend all that damn time trying to find something to be offended by instead of being damn Christians. Jiminy Christmas. What's wrong with you people? What are my damn nerves? And that goes double for you white people to feel like you've experienced racism because you walked past somebody that said saltine. You was in a grocery store. The black woman was telling the kid that that's the type of crackers she wants, saltine. Why are you calling the NAACP asking for a rally? Your silly ass. Oh, 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 oh. The hell? People get on my nerves. Ass, man. Just 10-packer. Just a 10-pack old ass. You know what I mean? That was wrong with y'all. Always trying to find something to get offended by, silly asses. But anywho, this is the sound of coffee on GCPR. See, I know a lot of you are like, well, what is GCPR? GCPR is Ghost Claw Productions Radio. It is a radio station that puts diversity ahead of everything else. We have a lot of diverse shows. We have more coming down. It is a place where every single voice matters. And that's why we have some of the best hosts and radio shows on internet radio. Just like this one, The Sound of Coffee. So go to gcpr.live and check us out. Look at our mission statement. Look at what we're about. Check out some of the shows that are on there. And like I said, more are coming. Please remember that. This show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com and pick yourself up Villainous, the candle inspired by the villain. I need to work with London to get a better commercial. I do, because I don't like seeing myself as the angry villain. No, I like the more mysterious villain. You know, that's how I keep trying to tell people I am a practitioner of the art of seduction, or at least I used to be before I got married. I'm not rusty. My skills stay sharp. Dun, 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 dun. So anyway, and as a practitioner of the art of seduction, one of the things that I realized is you have to have a style. I am funny guy. I really attracted a lot of women by being funny guy. Funny guy was just who I was. It's just a thing. It's a thing that I do. I'm a funny guy. You know what I mean? So being funny guy, I have to remember that, women like to laugh. Some of you guys is out there trying to gorilla pimp women into dating you, and it's just not working. Some of y'all are out here failing. Or in the case of JD Vance, the couch don't want you, JD. Get off of it. Not get off. Get off the damn couch, man. That couch puts in way too much damn work, bro. Way too much work. People sitting on it and getting up. Sitting up and getting up. Sitting on it and getting up. Then they wear, oh, look, I have a cup of red Kool-Aid or some red wine. Oopsie on the couch. Poor couch is out here doing his own damn job. And here comes JD with his frisky, nasty self. Hey, couch. You know what time it is, don't you? Oh. JD, get off the damn couch. Freaking freak. Something wrong with you. Disgusting. Disgusting. So, yesterday, I was taking my niece to the airport to go back home. I miss my niece dearly. She never did call me and tell me she got home all right, but there's that. And I forgot to give you my House of the Dragons spoiler viewing. Like I viewed it and I'm talking about it. So let's start with this one. Hey, Rhaenyra is an ass. Rhaenyra made sure Vermithor ate like a good. She brought all them damn poor people with white hair up there. We need you to ride Vermithor. Now, mind you, Vermithor is the second largest. Angry is an asshole. I introduced Angry to the musical accompaniment of Brian Pumper and his famous refrain, "How do you get to the vagina, boom bap?" And now Angry keeps talking to me about JD Vance and the couch. How do you get the recliner, boom bap? I can't stand this dude. But anyway, So Vermithor is the second largest dragon behind Vhagar, which is basically a flying aircraft carrier. A very old flying aircraft carrier. Vhagar looked like he just want to go to bed. Every time Aemon gets on top of Vhagar, Vhagar's like, again? God damn, why can't you fight on your own, dog? I was sitting there chilling. I was scratching my dragon nuts and eating trees and little flaming, every time a raccoon came by, I just had me a little snack. It was like a goldfish. Why you keep wanting to ride me, dog? I'm sick of this, man. Get off my back. Get on my nerves, man. I literally started following you because you thought you were a preacher. No, absolutely the F not. Hell no. The church of what? Ain't nobody trying to follow me. I'm crazy. I don't know why y'all keep acting like this, man. I'm nuts. I'm out of my rabbit ass mind. I don't know why people. I don't know why people follow me to the bathroom. I don't. I really need y'all to understand. I'm crazy as hell. People out here just. We love Thomas the villain. Why? Anywho, so Vhagar is the largest dragon alive. Vermithor is the second largest. And Rhaenyra had this brilliant idea because the Black Fisher boy got chased by Silverwing. Was it Silverwing? No, it's Sea Smoke. Excuse me, Sea Smoke. Sea Smoke was like, we go together now. Sea Smoke said, come here. We go together. Rhaenyra gets on her dragon and is like, what the hell? Who are you? It's like, man, listen, lady, I'm just bowing my knee. I don't know. When you took this dragon, the dragon took me. I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't there. Like, that dragon was like, yeah. That dragon literally said to that boy, hey, we go together. That poor man was out there just picking up seashells, chilling, got his dreadlocks blowing in the wind. All of a sudden, he's chased by a damn dragon. So Rhaenyra comes up with this brilliant idea, the Army of the Bastards, which does not sit well with Jaehaerys. Jaehaerys. We have talked about the piss-poor naming of the Targaryens on this show many a time. But I will not ever miss an opportunity to say, if y'all had named these dudes some different names, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now. I know this sounds effed up. I don't care. They would not be in the situation they're in right now if these people had some damn originality when it came to naming these freaking kids. Jaehaerys, Rhaenyra, Kaehaerys. Still waiting for Bob Targaryen. Still. And not Robert. I don't want a Robert Targaryen. I mean a Bob Targaryen. That's what I'm talking about. Bob Targaryen. No, it's not, Jarquita. It's not. Not yet. You got to go to HBO Max. I would give you my login, but my wife would slaughter me. But anywho. So Rhaenyra is going to bring up an army of the bastards, which does not go well with her son, Jaehaerys. Again, Jaehaerys. That boy's name could have just been Harris. Harris Targaryen would be in this situation if you named them kids differently. That's all I'm saying. Because he finally bust out and we were like, I know my daddy wasn't no damn Targaryen. He wasn't Valerian. I know that. I know that. Look at my hair and look at your hair, Mom. I'm a bastard. And, I mean, the kid was right. But he's sitting there thinking about it like, if all the bastards can get a dragon, then I ain't special. Boy, you are special. You're your mama's son. The hell kind of crap is that? You know how your mom would adopt other kids in the neighborhood, like love them? I love that little boy. He's like my son. And, you know what I mean? Like, other kids, I can't even believe she doing that. Like, I'm her son. She don't treat me like that. You know what I mean? So she's raising up an army of bastards, and she sends out a message to King's Landing for all of the people who may have some Targaryen blood in them to come on out. Let's see if you can get on a dragon. The dragon riders and the people that can tell. Hold on. What's going on, Victoria, Congress, Tennessee? Hello. The people who control the dragons and raise the dragons is like, nah, these people have no royal blood. They're all bastards. And they leave, which we really probably needed them there. They should have stayed. You know what I mean? They should have stayed. Because what happened afterwards, I wanna say that Rhaenyra fed the whole block, but she didn't. She only fed Vermithor. Yes, it was. She only fed Vermithor because Vermithor started sniffing at people. There was like maybe 2 dozen of them, right? Maybe 3 dozen. Vermithor started sniffing and going, nah. Barbecue. Rhaenyra's running. But out of this, Vermithor finally got his rider because dude stood up to him. Could have been cooked. I don't know that man's name, but he was like, come on. What is it with white guys when they want to yell at something bigger? They go, what? Come on. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to whoop your ass one day going like, come on. What? That's how you get punched in your shit. Y'all ever see that video of the little dude, the guy that was under 5 feet? I think he was like 5'2", and he had short man complex, and he was in a restaurant or something. No, he was in a takeout place, and it wasn't that they ignored him. It was just the fact that there was somebody else that came in before him, so they were picking up their order, and he thought they were ignoring him. So he snapped. He went ham on everybody in the damn thing. There was a guy that was like 6 foot. It's like, hey, man, calm down. We're all here to pick up our food. And the guy's like, come on, you want to go outside? Come on. And all I can think is if this dude kick him, he go field goal his ass right over. The field goal is good. Like it. But that's what this dude did. Come on. He got him a rider. The other guy running through this thing because he's not trying to get cooked. His dumb ass steps on a dragon egg, and that's when Silverwing shows up. And Silverwing's like, oh, word? Who are you? Who are you? This dude is running and fumbling, and he's like running and like falling over stuff, everything, right? And Silverwing's like, I like your style, dog. We go together now. He get on Silverwing, fly all the way out to King's Landing because he don't know what the hell he's doing. Then they have to fly back to Dragonstone because Aemon got on top of Vhagar, and Vhagar's like, yo, we fighting! We beefing! But then he realizes, Vhagar, you gonna get your ass whooped. There are 3 dragons to nothing. They gonna whoop your ass. But take your ass home. She goes home. That's how the episode is. A lot of other crazy stuff. Alicent is on her I Screwed Up tour now. She's out in the woods, in the water. She's like Justin Timberlake. Remember when Justin Timberlake thought he was black? He would make black music. Cry me a river, which I don't like Justin Timberlake as a staff record label or an MF and crew, but I love Cry Me a River. I do. I love the hell out of Cry Me a River. Like, I wish I had broke up with somebody and watched them do bad just so I could sing that song to them. Like, it's funny because there's times I will sing parts of Cry Me a River. Like, I don't know who I was talking to, but somebody asked me, where'd you hear that from? And I had to pull up my phone. I said, I heard it from him. Like, Cry Me a River is a good song. It's just by a bad artist. It's a horrible human being. You know, the Timberlake man. Pulling off Janet Jackson's, and never apologizing. I didn't even go there. But I love Cry Me a River. But she's on her Cry Me a River part now. She realizes she done all this screwed up stuff. Now she off in the woods. In the water. you know, being all nostalgic and, oh, what have I done? You know what you did. Get your punk ass back over to King's Landing and stop playing. And Damon needs to get the hell out of Harrenhal. Listen, I'm not fun, Jokita. I'm weird. I need y'all to understand, I'm a weird human being. I'm weird. I'm okay with being weird. I have the outward appearance of a very large and intimidating black man. It's not an act. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. This is who I am. I'm just a very large black man. Some people are intimidated by that, but I'm a weirdo. I need y'all to understand I'm a weirdo. I'm weird. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being weird. I am perfectly okay with being weird. I'm all right with it. And the reason I can say that I'm all right with it is because I've been weird my whole life. None of this is shocking to me. None of this is shocking. You know, none of this is shocking to me. Somebody over in the Instagram chat said, when I was talking about Jesus, but Jesus, you don't understand. My neighbor is Mexican. What? Mexican, who cares? Love that man. But anyway, so I'm a weirdo. I freely admit this. I freely admit this. I try to be more of a person about peace, but I will, you know, I will defend my family, my friends, and the people that I love. But I'm a damn weirdo. I'll be the first person to say it. All of you who love me on TikTok, please understand you're loving a weird person. I've been weird the whole time. I've just been very, very good at reading and telling things and talking about stuff that really affects you. But please understand, I'm a weirdo. I'm okay with it though. I'm okay with it. I'm weird. The things that I like, some people would go, yo, he's weird. And I am. I admit this. It's not a shock. I'm weird. But I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Damon needs to get his monkey ass out of Harrenhal. Harrenhal is LSD to Damon. This man's reliving everything. Dead brother holding on to a crown. Crown is heavy. Dear still want it. Let me explain something to you. My father has been dead since 1998. And if I show up someplace, any place on earth, that I got to go in and just by being there, I get a chance to have a conversation with my father, I'm gone. The next day, I mean, me and my dad gonna have a great conversation, but I'm getting the hell up out of here. I'm leaving here with something. My dignity. You know what I mean? Damon needs to get his ass out of Harrenhal, but he now does have an army. The Tullys finally put their banners for him. Damon was getting his ass worked by a kid. That kid was up here giving him the business. Hey, so you gonna obey? You gonna obey our traditions? Are you really the king, or should I be talking to somebody else? That little kid was working his ass, working his ass like he was working the dog shit out of him. He knew it. So Damon ended up following the guidance and the traditions brought to you in part by like a 9 or 10-year-old. No, I think that boy's like 12. Good morning, friend from Suzanne. I have a friend named Suzanne in Montreal, Canada. Hey, Suzanne, I am begging you to get me the largest coffee cup from Montreal. I want the biggest coffee cup that says Montreal on it. Let me know how much, and I will send it to you. Because I'm a huge fan of coffee cups, and I'm a huge fan of coffee cups anywhere. So if any of you, if I have people that are listening to me from different places, if you can, I want the biggest coffee cup from where you're from. Which brings me to this point. The other day, the Sound of Coffee family suffered a tragic loss. Give me just a moment and I'll show it to you. I want you to cue the Sarah McLachlan Arms of the Angels music. I love coffee, and sometimes I come in peace, which is where my Buddha cup came in. My Buddha cup was always the indication that anything I was going to say was going to either be educational or funny, but it was always going to be peaceful because I was drinking out of a cup with Buddha on it. But now, the Buddha cup has died. This is my Buddha cup now. The sadness that you've been hearing in my voice has been because of the Buddha cup. DT, you nasty sons of a biscuit eater. So, right now, I am either going to try to replace my loving Buddha cup or buy another one. So, if you would like to donate to the purchase of another Buddha cup and give this Buddha cup its proper burial, please reach out to me. Send me a DM. Cash App is still open. You can even send it to me via PayPal. But my Buddha cup is dead. The sadness. There were many a good time and many a good video with my Buddha cup. Here's the reason I'm drinking out of my Joker cup, because I'm crazy. But anywho, yeah. Yes, the Buddha cup died. And oh Lord. Mine's bigger than your. Kel is in the house. I'm gonna tell y'all about Kel, okay? I have a crush on Kel and she knows it, but she don't like me. Okay. What Kel likes to do is come into my life and say things like she what Kel does is mess with me. Kel, I'm on the radio. Can't let you up. What are you talking about? I'm on the radio. This is like a live stream of a live stream, lady. But Kel does things that, like, she messes with me, you know, because she knows I'm vulnerable to the Kelnificent. My coffee cup. You don't understand the pain. The Buddha cup was my friend. So, Suzanne, if you can find me the largest coffee cup that they make in Montreal, Canada, let me know. I will send you a payment for it, and you can send it to me. That way, I will have a coffee cup from Montreal. I wanted to get a coffee cup from Halifax, Nova Scotia, but at the time, it was Halifax. I had never been to Halifax, so I wasn't really thinking about coffee cups. There's a story. I'm going to tell y'all this story from my time in the Navy. Maybe I should call this segment, Thomas talks about his time in the Navy. The story of the trip to Halifax. So we went to Halifax, Nova Scotia. It was my first time ever being there. I had never even been anywhere near Canada, right? Like I haven't been back home to New Jersey since I was like 5 or something. Okay, I do need to go back because I got family. I still got family up there. Plus, I want to see the place I was born. I know my mom and dad were living on Monticello Avenue in Jersey City when I was born. So I really want to go see the house. My older sister made a book called The Big Yellow House, so we get a chance to. She showed pictures of it and stuff like that. But so I hadn't even been anywhere near the north, if you will, right? So I need to create a Westeros cup for you made from dragon glass. George, if you can do this, George, I will name my next fictional child after you. Notice I said fictional because I ain't having no more kids. My balls are only hanging around here as decoration. It's the Grateful Dead farewell tour in my pants. My nuts are just like, I will get by. I will survive. Anyway, so we go to Halifax, Nova Scotia, right? Me and my two friends. We were called the funky crew because one of my friends bought a Cadillac Eldorado, a two-door dark blue Cadillac Eldorado. We were called the L Dogs at one point, but we were like the funky dog crew, right? It was the three of us, and we go to Halifax, Nova Scotia. When we finally get a chance to get off the ship, first thing they were like the Canadian Navy wanted us to come over, but we didn't realize they had drinks over there on the naval ships in Canada. Had we known, none of the other things that happened that night would have happened, right? We'd have been on that boat messed up, but we were gone, right? Our executive officer pours himself out of a damn bar. Like, we hadn't even been on the shore an hour yet. He was already, like, toasted. Like, he was twisted off the juice, twisted off he was done. He falls out, I was like, oh, shit, it's the XO. He's like, thumbs at him, bro. Like, hey, buddy, don't do that. But anyway, Suzanne, if you can get a coffee cup from Halifax, I would appreciate that as well. So we're walking around. We find this upscale bar, right? Looks nice. We go in there. We're ordering drinks. I think the three of us had each of us bought a Molson Ice. I think that's what it was. And this really overly enthusiastic white woman came up on us. She's like, "Oh my God, are you guys from the ship?" Yeah, lady, what the hell? Like, we needed the shield that T'Challa gave Captain America during the invasion of Wakanda. Like, chink chink, hey, back off. We don't know you. She's trying to show us around and stuff like that. So she ends up taking us to another club. And then we kind of like bumped out. Like we really did try to leave. We was like, hey, yo, lady, we gotta go, right? So I met a really nice, really beautiful woman, and I wish I could remember her name. I had pictures of her, but my ex-wife had them all in the storage shed, and I'll probably never see them again because my ex-wife has passed on. And they were like, do you guys want to go to another club? He's like, yeah, sure. So it was me and my two partners, and this woman and her two sisters. So we were all just, hanging out, chilling or whatever. We go to a club called the Brown Derby, right? And by the time we get there, it is covered in police. Covered. Like, there's cops all over that place. We start ducking because, again, you got three black men from America. We know what the police look like. We all of a sudden start leaning in the seats. Like, yo, man, go, get out of here. So they ended up taking us over there, back to their house. We sat there, we was chilling, had some drinks. We didn't do anything like that. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Get your mind out of the gutter, you bastards. Anyway, so we ended up going back to the ship, right? Go back to the ship, get some rest. We gonna go out later on that day, but we got to get breakfast. So we go to the mess deck. And all of the cooks are wearing bandages. They got tape and stuff all over their hands, and some of them got bruising under the eyes. And we're like, what in the actual French fried funky fresh F happened to these men? Let me explain to you about the cooks on our ship. Listen. The cooks on our ship was the biggest gang on the entire ship. Like, you wasn't messing with the cooks, right? And the cooks had some things going on. Like, they were loan sharks. There were actual loan sharks amongst the cooks. Like, they would loan you some money, but then you got to pay it back with interest, right? So they loan you 150, you got to pay back 200. They loan you 200, 250, what have you. It wasn't that much. And oh my goodness, JB in the house, villain original. Hello, sister, I love you. I love you so much. But anyway, so they were loan sharks. they was hustling. There was a lot of stuff going on amongst them cooks, some of which I can't even talk about. You know what I mean? But they was hustlers. These boys was making money. They had one cook. He was a petty officer 3rd class. But this brother was 6'4". 6'4". Like 6'4". He was the enforcer. He was the one that came and collected the money. So, you know, you go to one cook and you, hey man, I need to borrow like 175. It's like, all right, man, well, I want 220. I want 220 on payday. He was like, all right, cool. They would send this cat. He would go any place on the ship. Engineering, berthing, intelligence, berthing, master at arms, berthing. He didn't care. If you borrowed money from one of them, they'd send him. He would come and knock on your bunk. And he would be like, hey, you got that money? So if you got the money, oh yeah, sure. Here you go, dog. All right, holler at you later. If you didn't have the money, you'd be like, no, I got it, but I got to go to the ATM. All right, let's go to the ATM. Go to the ATM, pay him the money. Cool. Not a problem. But if you didn't have that money, let me tell you how to, and I saw this with my own 2 eyes. This is not me making this up. I watched this happen, right? So there was an area in the boat or in the ship for smoking. Like you go down there, you smoke cigarettes, you leave, right? Couldn't smoke anyplace else. You couldn't smoke on the main deck. Couldn't smoke off to the sides. None of that. You had to smoke in this one particular area. And sometimes they would say that you couldn't smoke in a certain area because they were going to reduce certain things. So they would tell you no smoking, right? But late at night, this is where the dice games was. This is where the poker games was, and there was money being made in this area. So it's 11 o'clock at night. We're like at sea. You know what I mean? So big man comes up and asks the white boy, "Have you got that money?" I don't, and it's not in my, and I had to do, and he's like, I didn't ask you all that. You got that money? I don't have it. He's like, you know what gotta happen now, right? You know what's gotta happen now, right? Huh? He said, all right, come on. They walking. He's in front of, big man is behind this dude. They going out to the smoking area. We hauling ass. Me and my partners is like, oh snap. We on the other side. We on port side. They on starboard side. We like, listen, we hauled ass to get to this smoking area because we knew that's where we're going. We down there, got our new ports lit. We know what's about to happen. So it's like 4 or 5 other black dudes down there, a couple of white guys. Dude walks him down there. And then, like, he walks him down there and closes the hatch, like closes the door so that nobody can hear him. We all over there in the corner, like, what in the F is about to happen? We know what's about to happen. So we over there smoking. He's like, all right, let's stand up straight. This white boy is in tears. He's in tears. Man starts hitting him like, Hayuki. This white boy is 4 punches to the stomach and chest. White boy is down. He's like, you got 2 days to get that money. And he leaves. He walks away. We're over there smoking, not wanting to say nothing to this white dude. Like, but we all think, man, he got his ass whooped. Pay that money. So, needless to say, the cooks are the scariest MFers on this ship. They really are. So to see them, after a night in Halifax, Nova Scotia, to see all of them beat up, the damn chief had some bruising. The lieutenant had a egg underneath his eye. So now we like, what the hell happened to the cooks? Most dangerous motherfuckers on this ship. Somebody said, "Oh, you didn't hear what happened to them?" Nope. He's like, "Well, we can't tell you now. You got to eat breakfast, and then we'll tell you down in the smoking area." Like, all right, cool. We eat breakfast, go down. He's like, "Man, let me tell you something." So apparently, the cooks went out in a united force. And where did they go? The Brown Derby. Okay, they went to the Brown Derby, and they're drinking, they're partying, having a great time, right? And naturally, these very beautiful women in Halifax are really digging these cooks. You know what I mean? They're digging them. And cooks digging them right back. But the guys didn't like that. And apparently, and this is what I was told, I wasn't there, so I don't know. Apparently, a lot of the men in Halifax at the time all looked like Eazy-E. They were all short, squat, with jerry curls. A lot of jerry curls. I don't know what it was. Again, I wasn't there, so I didn't see any of this. I'm only telling you the story that was told to us. So I don't want nobody going, "Oh man, you lying." I'm telling you the story that was told to me. If it was a lie, he told it. So he said all these guys look like Eazy-E. All of them. Short, squat, jerry curled black men in Halifax, Nova Scotia. They had a problem with the cooks getting it in with the women. So apparently, one of the Eazy-E's, I guess I got to call them that, Eazy-E's, one of the Eazy-E's confronted one of the cooks. You know, the cook was like, "Make it out of my face." And, you know, shoving match happens. Fight breaks out. The cook at the time was like 5'7". The little Eazy-E was like 5'2". But he's squat, little muscular squat, swole for no reason ass little Eazy-E looking dude. They fought, and other little Eazy-E's in the club came in and was trying to help, which brought up more of the cooks. Once again, I'm telling you, the cooks were the most dangerous people on our ship. It wasn't even the 50 cals. It wasn't the robotic 50 cals. It was the cooks. I was more scared of the cooks than the 50 cal. But anyway, so more cooks show up. And they get ready to scrap, right? So it's like 4 or 5 of the Eazy-E's versus, 4 or 5 of the cooks. The Eazy-E's get ran out of the club. So the cooks is celebrating like Maximus Decimus Meridius after he beat the Germanic horde. They up there, they fight. They just celebrating, right? About 10, 15 minutes go by. And again, I'm not telling you this story from firsthand knowledge. I'm telling you the story that was told to me. About 10, 15 minutes go by. These dudes come back. And they come back with more Eazy-E's. About 50 more Eazy-E's. And they proceed to fight our cooks and put paws on them. Remember the 6'4" dude I was just telling you about? "Mister, I'm going to punch you 4 times in the chest, give me that money," right? Apparently, they jumped on his ass like he was like Godzilla. Like, they covered him. Like 10, 15 of them up there just fighting this dude. He's trying to knock him off, and they beating the dog shit out of him. This goes on until the police show up. And then the Eazy-E's run out the door and split, leaving our beloved dangerous cooks beat up. When I heard this story, I had a tear running out of my eyes for how funny it was. You ever hear something so funny you can't laugh? All you can do is just make sound like that was me. That was me. I was on one knee. I had to stop smoking. You gotta be quiet. Like, I literally had to put my cigarette out from how incredibly funny this story was. Because the dude kept describing these men as little Eazy-E's, and I didn't see an ounce of this. I didn't see any of this. I just could imagine 50 little Easy E's fighting against our beloved Cooks, which there's only like 35 of them. So they were already outnumbered when the 50 Easy E's showed up. 50 Easy E's show up and beat up our Cooks. As long as I live, as long as my ass is black and it points to the ground, I will never forget that story. I will never, as long as I live, forget that story. It is one of the funniest stories. Like, when I think of Halifax, I think about 50 Easy E's. I do. I don't know why, but when I think of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I've been back there since the 90s, but every single time I think about Halifax, Nova Scotia, I wish I knew that woman's name because she was very, very beautiful. But all I can think of is 50 Easy E's. Like, imagine somebody saying, cruising down the street in my 6'4". Now, imagine that multiplied 50 times. And the damage they did to these Cooks, I don't know what they did, but these boys got their ass whooped. Good morning, good morning. Like, they got the ever-loving crap beat out of them. Some of these dudes had gauze in their mouth. I know at least one of them had smashed fingers. I know that because his ass walked right here with a whole bag, like damn near a cast on his hand. They beat the ever-loving shit out of these dudes. And we came to breakfast the next morning looking like, what the happened to y'all? I'll never forget my friend Mike was like, hey, baby, we ain't going to the Brown Derby. I'm like, I'm good. I'm never going to the Brown Derby. But I got some military stories. I tell you that right now. I got some military stories. I have a lot of stories. I am in the process of writing my book, Views of a Villain. I'm going to try to get it done by the end of this year. If not, it'll be out first thing next year. It's the I don't know, the life and wisdom of one Thomas the Villain Bishop. I don't know how I'm gonna sell it though. I have no idea. I'm not good at that. There have been a bunch of people that have been calling me to self-publish. Hi, my name is so-and-so. Would you like to publish your book? Dog, I ain't even started it yet. What's wrong with you? You know, but I am going to put a lot of the things that I've learned into some of these stories. Because I don't know about y'all. Oh, I could sell it on the TikTok shop, couldn't I? I guess I could. TikTok uses me. I might as well use them. I think I could do that. I probably would do that. So what else is going on? We talked about Vice President Harris in Atlanta and Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man in wherever the hell Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man goes. We talked about JD Vance and the couch. We talked about the Paris Olympics. House of the Dragon. Yes, I will do an audio version because that's how I'm writing it. I'm not good at trying to type all of that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do an audio version, clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to take the dictation part of it and turn that into the book. Yes, I will sell it because I think it makes more sense because I am a talker, and people, like I said, you pop it in, and people go, "Oh wow, we get to listen about this today." I still like doing podcasts. I need to do. I know I have been behind on the Bear Chronicles. I know I have been behind on Enemy of the State. I've been behind in a lot of stuff. But my shed is now here. My grandkids have named it the barn. I need to set that all up before anything else, and I will get back to a lot of it. I'm thinking about doing episodes of Enemy of the State each week. So there's that. Ooh, really? Thank you, George. See, I again, this is when I think about a lot of things. I think about my dad. My dad was like the life of the party. My father had a presence. When he walked in a room, you knew Robert McCormick was in there. Yes, we are live streaming SummerSlam this weekend. I'm about to go. I got the voice. Okay. We are live streaming SummerSlam this Saturday. We are live. I'm going to say it again, Tiki Talks. We are live streaming SummerSlam this weekend, this Saturday. Bring your friends. Bring your damn friends. But I think about my father a lot. My father was like the life of the party. He had a presence about him, right? But my father wasn't really a very educated man. He wasn't. My father had a 6th grade education. But he was a great storyteller. He'd have people laughing like all the time. Just absolutely just losing their damn mind laughing. My older sister said that I am in a position where my father would have been completely envious of. And I kind of understand that, but the burden of that is there is so many things inside of me that is hard for me to get out. The anger that a lot of people see in my videos, they think I'm just this angry black man, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm passionate. You know, my father was a passionate man. He absolutely was. But I don't think he could really express himself, you know, in that loving dad way. I always say that my father only told me he loved me twice. 2 times in my life. The first time was after he had his voice box removed. This was literally after surgery. I was going to get on a plane, and my father had to use a notepad. He was just coming out of anesthesia and stuff like that. And I came in, I told him, I want you to, I will call you when I get back to the ship and things of that nature. And I read back, I said, Dad, you know, you never said I love you to me. And he wrote, he said, I can't hear you. Because he had the machines and stuff on. I leaned in, I said, I've never heard you say I love you to me. And then he writes. And he said, Thomas, I love you as much as a father can. And the second time that I can vividly remember my father saying it was the last time I saw him alive. I gave him a hug, kissed him on his forehead, told him to hold on. Told him I'd be back. I was going back home. I had to take care of some stuff. I looked in his eyes and I said, Dad, I love you. And he looked up at me and said, I love you too. I love you too. That's what he said twice. And then I turned around and got on a plane. And that was the last time I saw my father alive. By the time I spoke to him right before he died, you could tell that the cancer was just ravishing his body and his mind. And I do believe he said, I love you to me, but I can't really remember. About 2 weeks after that last phone call, my father had passed away. So, I understand the power of words. Words are, I love them. I love words. I love phrases and ways to use words to twist and turn them and shape them into whatever I want them to be. You know, into whatever I want them to be. I love words. I love them. The reason I love them so much is because with words, you can put people on a journey that they've never been on, an experience that they've never had. You can take them to places they've never been. You can take them to places that in their lives or things that they have experienced, they've never been there, you know. I can tell a story about the time I lost my virginity and how completely and utterly awkward it was. And I won't say you'll be in the room, but you will understand it's comedy. Like it is literally, Tracy, I'm trying to figure out how to, but I don't know. What I gotta do, touch the thing. Hold on. I figured it out. I got it. You are the mod now. You're modding. Tracy B, who mods for everybody and is just such a incredible person. But she's now my mod over here on TikTok. But I can tell you the story about the awkwardness. And no, it doesn't even have to be sexual. It's just an awkward situation. And you would be in the room, well, not in the room, but you'd be like, oh my God, it's so funny. I could tell you about the first heartbreak. I could tell you about the first time I'd ever had depression. I love words. I do. Words are so incredible to me, right? It's what annoys me when I see people using improper English in their comments towards me. Calling me, when they say you're a racist, it's Y-O-U-R. Man, if you don't get that fixed, don't talk to me if you don't know the difference between your and your. Don't. It's like, you're a racist. Some guy threatening me. I'll be there. T-H-E-I-R. What? You'll be there what? You'll be there what? How are you threatening me with that? Thank you. English teachers know. English teachers understand. It literally itches your balls. When somebody tries to insult you and doesn't know how to use the damn words in front of them. It is something I wish my dad could have done. I genuinely wish I would have given anything to have my father, have the life experience that I had and the education. I wish my father would have been able to express himself the way I do. Oh, the conversations between him and I would have been legendary. The conversations between my father and I, matching wits, yes, some of it would have been fights, probably. I'm understanding that. But some of them would have just been the most incredible journeys a person could ever have. And I wish my dad had that. I genuinely wish my dad had that. Because my father was a flawed man, but he was my dad. My mother was a flawed woman, but she was my mom. And from these two flawed people, I was born. And I've never, taken for granted where I come from. I never have. I've always looked at my parents as the flawed but good human beings in their hearts that they actually are, right? And I honor them. I try to honor them every single day. A lot of y'all look at my TikTok videos and you think, oh man, wow, he's spitting. He's really, all I am doing is honoring what my father and mother wanted me to do. That's it. I am my mother and father's son. I'm trying to live up to the expectations they had of me. Not just, oh, you graduated high school, but that I actually stand for something. That I actually take that education that they push so very hard on us and use it for something good rather than doing something stupid by honoring their last name, the last name they gave me, honoring it, by trying to be a better father. And I understand I have failed at that. I'm sorry. I'll be the first person to say I am a flawed father. It was never out of not loving. It was more out of not knowing, not understanding. Not an excuse, just simply a factual explanation. I have been a flawed husband. My wife would be the first person to tell you that. But not of not loving. It was not out of not loving. It was out of bad choices and my own failings as a husband. But I get up every morning and I try to honor what my mother and father taught me. I just really wish my dad could have had the experiences that I did. I wish my father could have graduated high school. I wish my father could have gone to college. I do. He was a hard man that lived in a hard world. He was a black man that, was raised in poverty and dysfunction. And he tried to make the best out of life by gathering as much stuff as he could get his hands on, but he could never keep it. You know what I'm saying? I myself have gathered a bunch of things, but I know no one will ever come after the stuff that I have. My truck is my truck. My house is my house. All the comic books that I have are mine. I didn't steal them. Nobody's coming for them. I own them. I own this radio. I'm a part owner of this radio station. Nobody's going to take that away from me. I own the computer and the microphones and things of that nature. This all belongs to me. My presence on social media is homegrown. It is what I have built. I've never paid for a follower, never begged anybody to follow. I simply say what I say and I put it out in the world. That's why I've never worried about, oh, you've got 1.1 million followers. That bothers me when people say that because they're thinking in terms of look at the numbers. I'm thinking in terms of look at the quality of the work that I do. Nobody would follow. I wouldn't have 1.1 million followers if every video was just me scratching my nuts and talking about absolutely nothing. Yo, son, women, get in the kitchen. I'm going to the bathroom. I think I got crabs. Nobody would follow me with that. That's more of a testament to the followers than it is to me. That's not a, oh wow, look at me brag. No. I want to put out quality work. People respect quality work. That is the legacy of what my mom and dad taught me. That is the legacy I wish my father had been able to do. I really honestly do believe, I've said it before, if my father was alive right now, a lot of Trumpers would be out of money. And me and my dad would just be splitting it in half. Like, yo, son, you got half, I got half. I'm telling you, my father would have hustled some of y'all dumbasses out of some shit. With the way y'all are buying just goofy MAGA gear, y'all are lucky Robert Lee is not here. Because some of y'all would have paid off my house by now. Some of y'all would have paid off my house, and my dad would have lived across the street. You'd have paid his house off too. Because y'all quick to buy some stupid. Y'all are quick. Quick. Real men wear diapers? Bruh. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I just wish my father had been able to express the things in his life the way I do. Because my story is just my story. I'm 52 years old. I got 52 years of life. My dad was 70 when he died. And I was in 98. He saw and heard and experienced so many more different things than I did. His story would have really, truly grounded a lot of people. I wish my mother could have done the same thing. I really honestly wish. We used to tell Mom, you can go back to school, you can get your GED, you can go to college. She's like, I'm too old for that. You know, I wish she had though. I wish my mom and my dad had done that. You know what I mean? I really do. I really wish they could have actually experienced that. It would have been one of the most eye-opening things that Americans would have heard. Is the story of my mother and father, Robert and Martha. It would have been, you know. So the only thing I can do is I need to honor them. I need to honor what they wanted out of me and my siblings. I have to honor that. So if nothing else, you will always get honesty from me. Whether it's on the radio, a TikTok video, a live, a podcast, I will give you social commentary from a villain's perspective, but that villain's perspective will always consist of honesty. I owe my mother and my father. I owe them that. I owe them that. I owe them to be the son that they wanted me to be, the man that they wanted me to be, to stand up straight, look men in the eyes when you shake their hand, to stand for something, to not always be attracted to the shiny, to always tell the truth, even if it means you are in the wrong for it, to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. In essence, the 3 pillars of the Villains Guild were based on what my mother and father wanted me to be. I'm not saying, again, I have to keep telling people I am not the leader of the Villains Guild. I'm not. I just have I have the biggest platform. I'm the most visible. But the essence of what the guild stands for can be traced back to my mom and dad. Trade secret, kids! The essence of what the Villains Guild stands for can be traced back to my mom and dad. It can be. Traced back to what my mom and dad raised me and my siblings to always be. Again, trade secret. I know a lot of people didn't know that, but now you do. And I owe it to them. It is my duty and responsibility to always be the son my parents wanted me to be. I know I'm going to be hated for it. I don't care. I don't. And a damn guy say F his dead mother 9 months after my mother passed away. I understand it. I understand the risk of it. And I'm going to do it anyway. I think in essence, I think everyone should do that. People are always talking about, yo, man, you got social media clout. I don't. I don't. I have work. For 4 years, I have been making videos. I've tried to be informative. I've tried to be funny. I have tried to make your passions rise. I have tried to make you smarter. I have tried to do things that made you a better human being overall. I pissed off some people. I understand that. I say things in a profane way. Guess what? So did my parents. It has always been quality over quantity to me. I don't give a damn if you like the messenger. Did you get the damn message? That's what I live by. And it all stems from 2 very flawed human beings who raised me to be the very best I could possibly be. To literally be better than them. To strive and reach heights they never could. And every day I think about them, and I always ask the same question, or I always say the exact same thing. I really hope I made you proud. I hope something I did today made you proud to call me your son. There's really no secret. I'm just my mom and daddy's kid. That's it. That's the post. Shout out to my beautiful friend and beautiful sister Indigo. So yeah, this has been The Sound of Coffee. Brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com. Pick up the hottest, freshest new scent in these candle streets. It is called Villainous. It is inspired by yours truly, Thomas the Villain Bishop. Check out gcpr.live. We have a ton of guests. We have a ton of shows with a ton of fantastic hosts. Check them out. You would be surprised about some of the quality of the shows. We have T. Nathan. We have Brett Cross and Dr. Ben Dodd Arrow. We have Pastor Matthew Best. We have the Villains View crew. That is Gretchen Gambit, Angry IT Nerd, and myself. Soon we will have Plot Holes. We have Solid Blue Sister. If you're not following her on TikTok, I don't know what's wrong with you. We have Solid Blue Sister who is coming in. She's bringing in not 1, but 2 shows. My Turn to Talk, which will be on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday on gcpr.live. And Friendly Differences on Saturdays. I'm trying to tell you, GCPR is the shit. It really is. So if you cannot watch my beautiful face in the morning and you just got to go, I got to drive to work, Go to gcpr.live on your Safari browser, Chrome, whatever. Listen, we're always there. This show is also brought to you in part by Caramel Creamer. Yeah. I was trying to be sweet and caramelly, but it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work, right? Tomorrow, Tracy, I go live 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that you are a mod, you can come on in, girl. Just come on in. 8 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. I won't say every morning. Monday through Friday on GCPR Live, on Instagram, on YouTube. I was on Trova, but I don't understand Trova. If somebody knows how to do Trova, let me know. The Help Desk every Tuesday with two of the smartest IT minds in America. If you have questions, they will answer your IT questions. The Help Desk featuring George and Gilbert. You don't need to know they're the G-Boys. Them G-Boys will help you with your IT. Get it? G-I-T? G-G-I-T, get it? I'm making jokes here, people. Jiminy Christmas. We have Superplex Party on GCPR.live every Thursday. When we talk about wrestling, a lot of AEW fans don't like us. We don't care because we do what we do. So, yeah, GCPR.live. Stop playing around. And if you can't listen, but you can watch every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, we out here talking like the sound of coffee. Again, for those of you on TikTok, the picture looks just like me. For those of you that are viewing me on Instagram, the line behind you, Angry keeps telling me that's me. I don't know who that guy is. It is the bastard in black. However, his sunglasses are a little bit too cool. Just gonna throw that out there. So this has been the Sound of Coffee on GCPR Live, GCPR.live, and streaming everywhere. I want to thank you guys for listening. We will be back here tomorrow. And as I always say every single morning, may your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. My name's Thomas Bishop. I'm sexier than your boyfriend and your husband. And if you have a boyfriend and a husband at the same time, yeah, freaky, nasty freaky. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good morning. Yeah. And we are done. See you tomorrow.